You two are probably up to no good.
I do.
Huh? Can you zip it?
Yeah.
Huh? You cold? It is a dreary, nasty evening. So, decided to go hunting. Didn't really have much else to do, and the boys are going to go to their Mimi's house. Maddie's got to go to the grocery store and a couple other things. So, it just seems like a good evening. It's October 29th. October 28th. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. And it just rained. It's actually just finishing up raining right now, and I can just see deer making scrapes this evening, or checking scrapes. So we're going to go in to a spot right here close to the house that I can hunt, that historically has had some nice deer in it this time of year, and hopefully they're there tonight. What? The rain was supposed to stop about 20 minutes ago, and it's still raining, so I'm going to see what the radar looks like and then go in from there. Regardless, I'm going to go sit, but I'm not afraid of a little bit of rain. Just looked at the weather app, and it's going to be like this for the next hour now. But then right about good time, it's going to stop. Thinking about going and getting my rain jacket and heading in. Here's my rain pants, but where's my rain jacket? Found it. Grab my hat too. I'm getting a little hot in this sock cap. So oftentimes I'll drive my e-bike down to the spots around my house I like to hunt, but it's raining. I don't feel like ruining an e-bike. I don't know if it's probably fairly waterproof. It's best not to find out though. Kind of stopped raining actually. I don't think I want to deal with the rain jacket. Never mind. I don't want to get all wet and get cold. I'm not going to do a whole lot of explaining before I get in there, because you'll see when I get in there. I sat here once last video and saw a bunch of does, and it's just a matter of time before the bucks show up. I'm going to sit in a little different spot in a little pinch, so kind of like a Bobby Worthington rut funnel, but I'm not sitting all day today, just this evening. There's something out in the field over there. Looks too small to be a deer, but might be a little doe. Just a big bird of some kind. Might be a hen turkey, the way it's looking. And turkeys seem to have a knack for going out in the middle of fields when it's raining. Thinking about getting in this tree right here with these hackberry trees around it. I will have a lot of cover, and I'll be able to shoot down in this low area, and I'll be able to shoot the field edge right there. It's just a little, like a rut funnel pinch point right here. And I'll have a good amount of cover and be able to shoot everywhere. And then if one would come from that way and come and circle into the field, I'd have a shot over there too. I think this is as good a spot as any right here. Alright, let's get up in there. Okay, we're all set up here again. Essentially what we got here, big cornfield out in front of me, narrow woods that narrows down right here because of the river and the cornfield. It opens up that way a little bit, maybe 100 yards. It's pretty wide. It's really nasty and thick. You can see it's kind of a low area right here that continues on out in there, and it's real thick. There's a scrape, and I actually have a camera over it that is, well, it's
sometimes it's open right over there underneath that tree. My wind also, so there's a bean field that's cut right here, and then there is another cornfield several hundred yards that way that this woods goes to. So we got cornfield, open bean field, cornfield. I'm thinking these bucks will be using this area right here to travel between the two cornfields during the rut. That's my hopes, at least. So I really think this is a good spot that I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in the next week, I guess. But the wind right now, the reason I sat on this side of which is the west side of the woods, is because this wind should be blowing, back towards the cornfield here. So, only thing that's going to be tricky is if they come down the cornfield edge, which that definitely could happen. I have a hole just to the left of where all that milkweed is going that I'm hoping I can get a shot right there before he gets over here into my wind. Ideally, instead of coming on the cornfield edge, there's a really good deer trail right through here that goes out into the corn. I'm hoping that they use that trail and I can shoot them right there instead of letting them get my wind over here. But I do have a shot right there. It's just if it's the matter of if he's going to be quartering to me too much or not. And then obviously if he comes from back in here, I'll be able to get shots back in here hopefully. So the wind is what it is. You're never going to have it perfect. It could be if you got a west wind, you could set along the river, and that would be really good. Only problem with that is you can't shoot to the field edge. So that would be ideal, maybe, as if you could get on the river and shoot the field edge, but you can't. Not quite that good of a pinch. The squirrels are really starting to move. Big old fox squirrels. Maybe the deer will follow up along with them. My redneck side wanted to come out and shoot that doe pretty bad. I actually still got like 5 minutes of legal light, but it's just real overcast, so it's got dark really quick on me. If I would have had my long bow, we'd have been dragging a doe out. I'm going to sneak out of here. I think I'm going to leave my sticks in the tree. Come back on Saturday morning and hunt this spot again. This is just a really good spot for the rut.
Good morning. Saturday morning. What is today? The 1st. It's November 1st. Sweet November's here, as Mark Deary would say. And it's like 5:45 right now. Getting ready to take the bike in to go set up in that set that I have out in that pinch along the river. So it should be a good morning. It's pretty quiet out, I guess. It's nice and chilly out though. I've been sitting in my office making sure I didn't forget anything for a minute or two here.
is officially legal light. Looks dark here in the woods, but I can actually see pretty well. It's November 1st, and the bucks have been on their feet lately. And it should just keep getting a little bit better from here until gun season hits in Indiana. I was just doing my interview here, and that doe was walking out here in this cut bean field. We're gonna try to set up here as long as we can today, or if the wind switches or whatever, get down and reposition. But it's gonna be a good day today. It's cold. It just feels like a day that we're gonna see a lot of deer. A couple of deer just popped out of the field here. I can't quite tell what they are. Gotta get my binos out and take a look at them. They're two little bucks. If you added them up together, they might go 50 inches. But that's probably a good sign that there's two bucks in here, because there might be a doe around here that these bucks are keeping track of or something, and maybe a bigger one will come in. I think they're gonna come in here. They're making their way this way. Seen much of anything since those little bucks came through real early. It's 11 o'clock now. I think I'm gonna bounce down real quick, go check on the boys and Maddie, get a bite to eat, and then come back out here. I was gonna leave my stuff up here in this tree.
I'm gonna go kill a big giant buck tonight.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Play Play-Doh.
Play with some Play-Doh?
Yeah, but when my mom gets down, we're gonna play Legos.
And then play some Legos. Sounds good, bub. Okay, so a little bit of a development. I actually gained permission for a little bitty piece of woods across the road from where I'm hunting at right now. So we're gonna dive in there really quickly and just kind of take a quick scout with the e-bike and see if there's anything that we need to, I don't know, move or do at this property to see if that buck is in there or not. Okay. Riding along the edge here on the e-bike. There's a couple of scrapes open on the edge here. This field didn't get planted this year. Not much here for them at all, really. It's just something they tilled up about a month ago. But this woods gets pretty thick back in there, and it kind of narrows down and comes out right here, and right where everything kind of comes together right here, where the woods makes a point, is where those scrapes were. There's another one right here, an old one. So I actually put a camera over it just to see what we got going on over here. It's probably some of the same deer. Looks like someone has a recliner over there on that sandbar. They're also picking the crops right over there. This might be a good option for tonight, but I think I'm gonna go back and sit over there for tonight. Leave this for another evening. I don't know how good it is, but there's a ton of old corn laying around right here. I think I just jumped a deer out of there. Oh no, it was a car going by. A ton of old corn laying in here. They never did pick this crop field last year. They just let it go. and they bush hogged it and then tilled it up. So there's a lot of old corn just buried. I don't know. We're also like real close to the road here, so I don't think like a big mature buck would probably come out here during daylight hours unless he was on a doe or something. But all right, trying to decide if I want to make a move and come over here or not tonight.
All right, back out here just how I left it. I was thinking about going and sitting in that new spot, but I already got my scent in here. And if one comes cruising through here tonight, I gotta be here to kill it, or it's gonna smell where I was, and then that'll be the end of it. So, thought I just heard something. So I've decided to just sit here, stick with the game plan. This is a perfect pinch where bucks can come cruising through. They're starting to pick that corn over there again. We're a long ways from that area, but maybe this morning they pushed some deer into here. You never know. Back up in the stand. I would tell you again what's going on, but y'all know, same as yesterday. They were starting to pick that crop field over there yesterday. I hear some beeping and stuff, like a backup beep. So I think they're over there somewhere still. And then they're also picking crops back in there across the river. I'm really hoping something comes through here tonight, through this pinch, gives me a shot back in here. Oh, the razor. Get it done tonight. Fox squirrels are thick in here. I got them all around me, jumping around, distracting me. The farmer just pulled into that field down there with the combine, so I bet they're going to start picking that corn today, or tonight rather. We only got a handful of minutes left of legal light. It could still definitely happen. But, man, I probably should sit here tomorrow. With them getting that corn out, I can see them pushing the deer this way. It'd be the only cornfield around. At least for a while. There they go, getting the end rows out.
Okay, Sunday. Just got done with dinner, lunch at my grandma's. Went to church this morning. Hayes is asleep. I'm gonna go hunting. 2 o'clock time change was last night, so losing an hour in the evenings here. But you go when you can, so we're going. Yeah, we'll find Rosie. So this is my e-bike. I'm going to do a video about it here soon. I'm a huge fan of this thing. I didn't, it's a cheaper e-bike. Wasn't sure how I would like it, but it's nice. Also, they gave me a code for you guys to use if you ever want a new bike. Rosie has her electric fence on because she keeps running the neighbors. But BTE, it saves you $100 off. They're having some Black Friday sales coming up too. So, all right, here we go. Okay. All right, we just got to our parked bike. I just been laying it down in this grass here, this tall grass on the edge of the corn. And then I got a short walk. This has been really nice because this week I haven't had like a ton of extra time to do a bunch of hunting. So it's been nice to be able to just buzz the bike in here. I literally am parking 80 yards from my tree stand. And then get in the stand, I can buzz back home real quick, in the evenings. And tonight, it's going to get dark at 6 instead of 7. So I'll have more time with the family in the evenings.
That's the setup we've been in the last week. I've just been using my bee stand. And that's just because I was wanting to leave it up and kind of be as comfortable as I possibly could while I was sitting up there. One downfall of the saddle for me sometimes is that I move around too much, probably. I've gotten much better, but I tend to be constantly adjusting or moving, so I wanted to be rock steady up there. Those dang birds in the cornfield really give me all the time. Turkeys are so spooky in the fall. I think they just are real aware of what's above them all the time. I mean, that thing, he wasn't moving. I was just sitting here filming him, and he bugged out of here. That was a big old rope dragger, though. Fall turkey season just went out, too, on the 26th, or else I had a tag for him. Got him a walnut, snacking on it. You probably can't hear it on camera, but back in there, the squirrels are kind of freaking out. Maybe there's a deer coming. There's also a couple bobcats that live right in here, so could be them too. Well, that was cool. Just a little 80-inch 8-pointer. If I had a long bow, I'd probably have thought about shooting him. But there's a couple of deer that are much bigger than him, so hopefully one that's probably twice as big as him. But hopefully we get some more action tonight. We still got another hour or so of daylight. I couldn't tell why he was acting weird if he thought I was up here, but he kept looking past me. And that little Forky was in the cornfield right here. I think he was kind of freaked out by that deer because he wasn't sure what it was. He was down in a little hole down here, low area in the river bottom here. And the Forky was out here tinkering around in the corn. See what else we see tonight. So far, it's been the best night of the year. Saw one deer that got me a little bit excited when I saw it. Well, that's gonna do it. No more deer after that little 8-pointer came through. Well, next week is the week it's gonna happen, so you better stay tuned. Thanks, guys, for watching these videos. Maybe they're not the most exciting videos ever, but they are a reality of hunting, and that's kind of what I want to show everybody. That's why I called the channel Before the Echo. Everything that happens before you shoot one, whether it's seeing all kinds of deer all the time or struggling and not seeing many deer because there's not very many alive in your area. But we're starting to get into them now. Thanks, guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can follow along for the rest of the year. See you next week.